What's up, everybody? Guy Ritchie's new movie based on Winston Churchill's documents from World War II hit theaters, and oh my god, there will be spoilers for the movie in this review, but I do have a non spoiler version too if you haven't seen the movie just yet. With that being said, let's get into the movie. I absolutely love this movie, like I do most Guy Ritchie movies, but I do have one minor nitpick about it, so I just wanted to mention it first here before I praise this movie. The only thing in this movie that slipped on it was just a bit of a stutter towards the end, like in the final hour. It comes just before, or a little bit before the final fight, and there's a gap in action coming off what felt like 2 straight hours of awesome action right before. So it's just like a little bit of turbulence, I guess you could say, towards the end with this one, but the movie rebounds with the big finale action sequence, and all was well. So with that one tiny issue out of the way, let's get into my pros section for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Kicking this off is going to be the comedy. From the opening scene, this was great and had me and my entire theater dying laughing. Now, I don't think this is a legit action thriller. It's got a ton of both, like The Covenant was. It just has that same wacky goofball element of some of the action comedies, like your Tropic Thunders, your Austin Powers, your Naked Guns, all those great action comedies. It's a great balanced mix of all of it, and I hope to God Winston Churchill has more stories documented about this group. That being said, those stories might not be as entertaining as this one was without the outstanding cast that brought this to life, because Henry Cavill should seriously consider making this his new thing, and it immediately became a contender for top performance of his career for Henry Cavill. And Alan Ritchson on the other side, with his hilarious Swedish accent, was the star of the show. A great duo to top this great cast. The best part of the movie, though, was the action. Much like the comedy and the cast with their performances for that matter, this kicks off right in the opening scene of the movie, and then that slight stumble I mentioned, it didn't miss a beat other than that the rest of the movie. He didn't have fancy arrows like Green Arrow and Hawkeye, but Alan Ritchson was so badass with his bow and arrow in this movie. Maybe he's the Oliver Queen we need in James Gunn's DCU. But to be fair, a lot of the props for the coolness of the bow and arrow, and for that matter, I guess everything in this movie that was super cool, which is like everything, a lot of the props for that deserve to go to the effects departments. This movie, it had a certain style to its effects, and it stuck to it through and through, which I have a lot of respect for, because it actually made it work really well for me, even though it's not that they're bad, it's just they're different, and it's a style that, like I said, it has a certain style to it, and sticking to it made it work really well for me, to my surprise. And so that'll do it for my review of the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Another great movie under Guy Ritchie's belt, and I'm hoping for a franchise as this one's going to land at a 9.5 out of 10 for me personally. But let me know what you thought of the movie down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.